Alright, hi everyone, this is going to be a quick little video going through about how you can reference your work properly. This is going to be a very important skill for everybody to learn, not only in year 11 and 12 but going into university as well, because if you do this wrong you can be pulled up for plagiarism even if you didn't mean to. So what I'm going to be going through here in this video, and this is an overview, is basically what a citation and bibliography is, why it's really important that we do these properly, the different styles of referencing, and then most importantly how we can do this word very easily, so you don't even really need to learn anything yourself. You just need to put the information in and then it does everything for you. And I think this is something that students really need to learn, because referencing, it sounds like a very hard task but it's actually very easy. So that's what the real point of this video is. So just really quickly to talk about what each of these things mean. A citation is a little note that you put in throughout your submission, which tells the reader exactly where and what piece of information you use where in your piece. So it's kind of like just in brackets and then a little like the name of the source and then also the year as well. Whereas a bibliography, I'm sure you guys are all aware of this, a bibliography is a big list that comes up at the end of your submission, which just lists everything that was in that piece. Now, what you can't do is just put down a big bunch of links that you use and all that kind of stuff. You need to do it properly. But again, what you'll see towards the end of this video is that making a bibliography is incredibly simple using some functions in Word. So that's what you need to be looking to do. Why is this important? Well, as I said at the start of this video, you might get picked up for plagiarism. If you don't reference, of course you're going to be picked up for plagiarism, because essentially you're claiming your entire effort as your own work, even if you got information from somebody else. So that's what the definition of plagiarism is. You're claiming something as your own. But even if you do things incorrectly, you might have referenced but you haven't referenced properly, you can still be picked up for plagiarism or at least lose marks, because particularly in university, there are very strict procedures that this is to be done. And again, the point of this video is to show you how easy it can be. But if you don't do it properly, you can lose marks, and that can lead to getting N awards, or at universities you can get expelled because of poor referencing or plagiarism. And that can have serious monetary effects on your future. So before I go into it, I just need to talk about the different styles of referencing. You might have heard of these: APA, Harvard, Oxford, so on and so forth. But the different styles, they don't really make too much of a difference per se. They all kind of do the same thing, but just in slightly different ways. It is important though that you use the style that your teacher has told, or what's in the marking rubric. So if your teacher tells you in maybe economics, for instance, your teacher tells you to do APA, you have to use APA. But if in legal studies you get told that you have to do Harvard, you have to do Harvard. Using a different style can make you lose marks. You might not get picked up for plagiarism per se and get 0, but you can't lose marks nonetheless. So you want to make sure you do it right. But again, at the end of this video, you're going to see how easy that is to do. So this is what I want to more focus on today. I want to show you how you can do this on Word, so you don't even need to think about it at all. It's all there, ready to go for you. And it's just along the top, you just click the references bar, and then there's a button that says insert citation, and next to it is bibliography, and it just automatically updates everything for you. So that's what I'm going to show you now. So here I just have a quick little paragraph of some make-believe essay that I've just written, but I've used 2 sources in here. But right now you can't see that I've used 2 sources. I have no citations throughout my piece, nor do I have a bibliography at the end. So right now I'm getting picked up for plagiarism. This is a bad thing. Alright? So what I'm going to do, in this first sentence I referred to a journal article. I haven't referenced it, so I'm going to reference it now. So I'm going to go into references at the top, and then first of all I'm going to select the style that my teacher used. So if you click this drag down box, you see all the different styles. Let's just say we're told to use APA, and then I'm going to go into insert citation and add new source. And so right now it's asking me what type of source was this resource. This one came from a journal article. So I'm going to go to journal article, and now I'm going to start filling in each box, and it'll just do everything for me. If you get confused with how exactly you need to write it, down at the bottom it gives you an example of how it should be. So here I need to do last name then first name. So here this is Paldy Lester, so his name is Lester Paldy. The title is The Problem That Won't Go Away. The journal name was Journal of College Science Teaching. It was written in 1996, and it was pages 4 to 6. So here we go. I basically filled in all the boxes, and when I press OK, it's going to make a citation. Now the citation isn't the whole big line that you're going to see in the bibliography. It just has the author's name and the year it was written. That is a citation. And what that tells the reader is that this sentence was based off this research. But what this hasn't done though, that's made a citation, but it hasn't made a bibliography. If I zoom out, this is still the entire document. There's no bibliography at the end. So we also need to create that, but Word makes that easy for us as well. If we go into Insert or Page Break to make a new page, and then if I go into References, Bibliography, and then here it just creates everything for you. So I'm just going to choose the first one, and there you go. I haven't written anything here, but because I put all the right information in those boxes a second ago, it's now made a bibliography for me, which is perfectly APA style, and I'll get 10 out of 10 for this. So just another example, this second sentence that you see here, that starts talking about some statistics, and that came from another journal article, so I need to make sure I reference that as well. So I'm going to add a new source. It's another journal article, and this one was written by a person called Chris Park, so I'm just going to put that there. The title was In Other People's Words. The journal name was Assessment and Evaluation in Higher Education. It was written in 2003, and it was from pages 471 to 488. And then I'll just press OK, and there you go. It's going to put that other citation in there. But you might notice it hasn't updated it in the bibliography yet. That's because, for whatever reason, it doesn't automatically update things as I go through. But to do that, I can just go in here and then press Update Citations and Bibliography, and there you go. Again, I didn't type anything like there. I just made sure that I put in the boxes there previously, and everything else worked fine. And so now I have a perfect bibliography and perfect citations as I go through. The reason why this is really useful is because you can just do this as you go along. If you create your bibliography at the end of your piece, you're now making it hard for yourself. Every time you use a source, you need to reference it straight away and then add it to your bibliography straight away. It makes everything super easy, and you'll never have to worry about bibliographies ever again. And that means you will never need to be worried about getting picked up for plagiarism again, assuming you haven't just straight up ripped off someone else's work. You can't just reference somebody else's work and then rip off it straight away. That is still plagiarism. Anyway, hopefully this has been useful. Just to show you a few other things, I just used 2 journal articles, but it doesn't need to be a journal article. I mean, the other types of sources, you could be from a book, it could be from a report, a website, a piece of art, a sound recording, a film. So if I want to go into another one, a film, they have different boxes. Like it's the title of the film, the director, and the year that was made. Here it could be a case. So if you're legal studies, for instance, it gives you all these boxes. So depending on the type of source, it will give you different boxes. So the website, it will ask for the URL. That's the link to that website itself. So anyway, this does it all super easy for you, and it just makes everything very easy. And you can't go wrong with this. Assuming you enter everything properly, bibliographies are now just going to be an absolute breeze for you, and it's never going to be an issue again. And just to be clear, this is perfect on a university level as well. You can do this all the way through university if you do some postgraduate stuff, or if, God willing, you become a doctor and you can do a PhD. This works for all of that as well. This is exactly what you need to do in all aspects of life, but you just need to make sure you do it properly. So hopefully this video has helped, and if you have any more questions, be sure to ask. But yeah, anyway, there should be no reasons why you're getting citations and bibliographies wrong, because Word does everything for you. Anyway, hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks.